Chemical properties, already a few points already yesterday we are discussing that. And now we are going to discussing some more properties, chemical properties we are going to see that. So already yesterday we have seen that already physical properties we are seen as well as, right, physical properties already we have seen that. Just a minute. So today we are going to discussing about chemical properties, some more chemical properties we are going to see. Just a second. Just a second. Right. Right. So up to this reduction yesterday class, we are seeing that. Up to reduction and all, we are seeing that yesterday class. So what is Wolff-Kishner reduction and Clemmensen reduction? Up to that one, yesterday we are seeing that. So now third chemical property we are going to see that is oxidation reaction. So oxidation reaction, how it is happening there. So let us see that. So first one here, aldehydes, we are taken that. So aldehydes while react with any one of the oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents is nothing but either we can take like a KMnO4 solution, KMnO4, potassium permanganate, or else K2Cr2O7, K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate. So that means, so these two components are what you call means here oxidizing agents we call as. So these two are called as here oxidizing agents, oxidizing agents. So that means while treating with any either KMnO4 or K2Cr2O7, aldehydes if you are treated means aldehyde will be converted into carboxylic acid. So that means how these reactions will be happening means, just look at here. So for example, if you have taken aldehyde, we have taken CHO, RCHO. While treating with any one of the oxidizing agent, either KMnO4 solution we are taking, or else we can take K2Cr2O7, K2Cr2O7. So any one of the oxidizing agent we are treated means aldehydes, what happen? Oxidizing agent is nothing but addition of oxygen atom. Addition of oxygen atom is takes place. So therefore, this aldehyde what happen means aldehyde will be converted into carboxylic acid. That means RCOOH will be forming there. So that means simply what you're remembering means, so aldehydes while if you're oxidizing means what happen means carboxylic acid will be forming there. Carboxylic acid will be forming there. Right. For example, if you're doing ketones, if you're doing oxidation, what will happen? So this is for aldehyde we are seeing. So aldehyde if you are doing oxidation means carboxylic acid will be forming there. For example, if you are doing ketones, you are doing oxidation. So what will happen? So let us see that. So for example, ketone, we have taken that. Ketone is nothing C double bond O. C double bond O. So ketones, if you are doing oxidation means there are two types of cleavages will be takes place. One is C1 and C2 cleavage will be takes place. That means the bond cleavage will be happening in two places. So C1 and C2, that means first carbon atom and second carbon atom, one of the bond cleavage will be happen. So C1, C2 cleavage is happening, it will forms two compounds will be forming there. Next one, either the bond cleavage will be possible cleavage will be takes place in between 2 and C2 and C3. C2, C3 bond cleavage also happening there. So that means the bond cleavage where it is happening for these ketones mean two compounds, two places here decomposing is takes place. So where it is decomposing me either C1, C2 carbon atoms in between bond cleavage is happening, or else C2 and C3 carbon atom in between also bond cleavage will be happening there. So that means both the cases also what you are getting means carboxylic acids only we are getting that. So that means ketones also, while if you are doing oxidation means, it will produce carboxylic acid will be forming there. So that means simply what you are concluding means, aldehyde if you are doing oxidation means directly it will produce your carboxylic acid. If you are doing ketones, you are doing oxidation means, it is also producing your carboxylic acid will be producing there. So that means here, while ketones if you are doing oxidation means, it will produce here two ways here, two places here decompose, bond cleavage will be happening. So C1 to C2 carbon atom bond cleavage is happening, one of the bond cleavage. Another one is C2 and C3 carbon atom bond cleavage will be happening, this takes place, right? So these aldehydes and ketones, how we are testing? So how we are testing means, so while using here, there are two chemical tests and all we are going to identifying that. So what are the tests we are using means, one is here Tollens test and another one is failing test. So by using the two tests and all, we are going to identifying that whether aldehyde is present or ketone is presenting there, right? So that is a test for identification of aldehydes and ketones, right? So just look at here all of you once. So what is mean by here Tollens test, and what is mean by here failing test? The mild oxidizing agents is given or used to distinguish aldehydes and ketones. So ketones and aldehyde, how we are able to distinguish means by using either Tollens test or else failing test, we are going to distinguish between aldehydes and ketones, right? First one, see the Tollens test. Tollens test, right? So what is mean by here Tollens test means, for example, aldehyde you are taken that given organic compound is presenting here, aldehyde will be presenting there. So this aldehyde group, while react with ammonical silver nitrate, this is called ammonical silver nitrate ion, we are taken that. So small quantity of organic compound, that means aldehyde containing organic compound we are taken in a test tube, and in that what we are adding means ammonical silver nitrate solution, that means Tollens reagent we are adding there. Tollens reagent we are adding there. So what you are getting means a silver mirror will be forming, this takes place. Silver mirror. So silver mirror is nothing but it will be forming on the surface. Silver mirror will be forming on the surface, will be forming there. So the silver mirror, what is indicating means due to the formation of silver metal, aldehydes are oxidized to corresponding carboxylate anion. For example, you are taken compound, organic compound aldehyde will be presenting means it will form your carboxylate ion will be forming, this takes place. So simply what you are identifying means, so the given test is useful for identification of your aldehyde. So that means aldehyde will be converted into carboxylate ion. So it will represent silver mirror will be forming there. So the silver mirror, what is representing means given organic compound here, aldehyde will be presenting there, right? Aldehyde is presenting that. Like that, we are identifying that. Right, next one, see there. Failing test. So failing test and what you are doing means, so failing solution totally there are two types is there. Failing solution, they are classified into two types is there. Failing solution. So what are the tests will be there? One is failing solution A and failing solution B will be presenting there. A solution and B solution. So failing A solution and failing B solution will be presenting there. So failing A solution is nothing but what will be presenting copper sulfate. Copper sulfate solution will be presenting there. Aqueous copper sulfate solution we call as failing solution A. And failing solution B is nothing but sodium potassium tartarate, sodium potassium tartarate, sodium potassium tartarate we call as tartarate. Sodium potassium tartarate is called failing solution B, right? So failing solution, there are two types is there. Failing solution A is present and failing solution B is presenting that. So failing solution A, what is presenting means aqueous copper sulfate solution is called failing solution A, and failing solution B stands for sodium potassium tartarate solution we call as failing solution B. There are two solutions will be there. So now let us see that. So these two solutions are mixed in equal quantities before test. So failing test நம்ம பண்ணும்போது என்ன பண்ணலாம்னா இந்த two solutions, failing solution A and failing solution B, equal quantities and all you are mixing there. On heating an aldehyde with a failing reagent, a reddish brown precipitate will be forming. So that failing solution A and failing solution B we are mixing, and a small quantity of your organic compound, that means aldehyde containing organic compound you are adding, this takes place. So after a few minutes, what you are identifying means a reddish brown precipitate will be forming that. Reddish brown precipitate will be forming there. So the reddish brown precipitate, what is representing means, given organic compound is containing aldehyde will be presenting that. Given organic compound is containing aldehyde will be presenting that. So if it is aldehyde will be presenting means, so what will be forming? It will be converted into carboxylate ion. Carboxylate ion will be forming, this takes place. So it is representing that given organic compound is here, aldehyde is for representing there, right? So this is the testing for your aldehydes. Aldehydes and all testing purpose you're using that. Aldehydes and ketones. Failing solution and another one is Tollens reagent, right? So able to clear everyone Tollens test and failing solution, what is happening there? So Tollens reagent, what will gives information means, it will gives here silver mirror will be forming means. So silver mirror is forming means, that is called Tollens reagent. So failing solution is nothing but reddish brown precipitate will be forming there. So silver mirror, how it is forming mean, let us see there all of you once. So silver mirror, how it is forming, looking like this. For example, this is one test tube you are taken. So test tube inside, already I told you what are the components you are supposed to adding means. One is your Tollens reagent we are adding. Tollens reagent. Tollens reagent we are adding. The reagent bottles will be presenting there. Tollens reagent we are adding. And a small quantity of your aldehyde we are taken that. Aldehyde, CHO. Aldehyde group you are taken that. And in that, what you are adding means, you have to add here. So Tollens reagent, ammonical silver nitrate solution, if you are adding means, it will forms a silver mirror. Silver mirror, where it is presenting mean, looking like this manner. So silver mirror will be forming. Mirror is nothing but looking at ring like that, right? Silver mirror will be forming there on the surface. So the silver mirror, what is representing means, given organic compound here, aldehyde will be presenting that, right? So now we are going to see that failing test. Failing test, what you are supposed to do means, so failing solution, what you are doing means, same, you are taking one test tube, you are taken that, one test tube you are taken. So test tube inside, what you are supposed to adding mean, there are two components you are adding there. So one is failing solution A and failing solution B. So these two components you are mixing in a one test tube, and after you are adding here, aldehyde containing organic compound we are adding there. Aldehyde containing organic compound we are adding that. This is aldehyde group. So after the two solutions you are mixing in a test tube means, we are getting a reddish brown precipitate will be forming there. Reddish brown precipitate mean like this manner. Precipitate is nothing but insoluble substance will be forming that. So the reddish brown precipitate, what is representing means, given organic compound is containing here, aldehyde will be presenting that. So if it is aldehyde will be presenting means, aldehyde, how it will be oxidizing this takes place mean to form here carboxylate ion. Carboxylate ion will be forming there, right? So this is about here Tollens reagent as well as failing test. So next one, see there. Oxidation of methyl ketones by haloform reaction. Oxidation of methyl ketones by haloform reaction. So how it is happening mean, just see there once, all of you once. So first what you have taken me, for example, ketone we have taken that, ketone. So RC double bond was CH3. So this ketones and all if you are doing while oxidizing will be takes place with the sodium hypohalite. Sodium hypohalite is nothing but NaOX. Sodium hypohalite we call as sodium hypohalite. We can take here a sodium instead of X, we can take here chlorine atom like that. Sodium hypohalite we call as sodium hypohalite. So let us see that. Ketones while react with the sodium hypohalite, two forms. What happen mean it will form ketone and what happen carboxylic acid will be forming this takes place. Sodium salts of your carboxylate ion is forming, and along with chloroform will be producing this takes place. Along with chloroform will be producing this takes place. Right. So this is called as the haloform reaction we call as. So that means ketones and all what happen while doing here sodium hypohalite we are treated means it will be oxidizing will be takes place. How it will be oxidizing means ketones if we are doing oxidation means it will forms your carboxylic acid will be forming that, right, while treating with sodium hypohalite. So this is about here oxidation reaction of methyl ketones while treating with the haloform reaction. Simple, nothing is there. Just you are taking here ketones we are taken here also just see there ones ketone we are taken. Ketone if you are doing sodium hypohalite we are treated means sodium salt of your carboxylate ion will be forming there. Sodium salt of carboxylate ion will be forming that. So this is called oxidation of methyl ketones by haloform reaction. Simply you have to remember that aldehydes are ketones. Aldehydes are ketones. If you are doing oxidation, if you are doing means, so aldehyde or ketone, what happen means it will forms here carboxylic acid will be forming there. Carboxylic acid compound will be forming this takes place. So this is about here chemical reactions of your aldehydes and ketones. Next one, see there. Fourth chemical property one see there. So it is very, very important. This is name what you call means aldol condensation or aldol reaction like that we are calling that. Aldol condensation, condensation reaction, or else we can say that aldol reaction like that we are calling that. So very, very important named reaction mechanism also is presenting for that, right? So very, very important. Just a minute. Anybody's lobby room is there, I will see there. Right. So nobody is not there. Next one, see there. So it is very, very important. What is mean by here aldol condensation? So aldol condensation compulsorily what must be needed means alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. Right. This is called as aldol condensation. So aldol condensation compulsorily what must be needed means alpha hydrogen atom must be needed either for aldehyde or either for ketones. So what are the functional group you have taken that? So either aldehyde or ketones must be having at least one alpha hydrogen atom. Alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. If it is there is no alpha hydrogen atom, this aldol condensation reaction does not happen, right? So aldol condensation compulsorily what must be needed means compulsorily here alpha hydrogen atom must be needed, either aldehyde or ketones. If there is no alpha hydrogen atom, so this aldol condensation does not happening, it takes place. So what is mean by a condensation reaction? What is condensation? Aldol condensation like that we are calling there. What is mean by condensation reaction? Condensation is nothing but what is the meaning for that? Anybody knows condensation is nothing but Condensation is nothing but anybody knows what is mean by condensation reaction.
Sir, liquid to solid.
Liquid to solid.
Solid.
Any other definitions? Okay, that is also point only. Any other meaning is there? Condensation.
Sir, comprising the liquid substance.
Right. Simply what you are saying in condensation is nothing but we can say that a removal of water molecule. A removal of water molecule is also called as a condensation reaction. So that means during this aldol reaction or aldol condensation reaction, a water molecule will be elimination will be takes place. Water molecule will be elimination will be takes place. So that is called as a condensation reaction. We call as. That's why we are saying that aldol condensation is nothing but during this mechanism, a simple water molecule will be elimination will be takes place. So that's why we can say that aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation reactions like that we are calling that. So let us see that once. So already I told you that aldol condensation reaction, what must be needed? What atom must be needed? Alpha hydrogen, beta hydrogen, gamma hydrogen. Either aldehyde or ketone if you are taken means compulsorily alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. If there is no alpha hydrogen atom, that aldol condensation reaction does not happening, right? So that is keep in mind. Next one more named reaction is the Kenijaro reaction is there. So that Kenijaro reaction, beta hydrogen atom must be needed, right? Here, aldol condensation and Kenijaro reaction entirely differently will be presenting there. Right. Next, we'll see that only what is Kenijaro reaction is there. That only we are seeing crossed aldol, and after that we are going for Kenijaro reaction. Kenijaro reaction we are going to see. So aldol condensation, what must be needed? Me alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. So here Kenijaro reaction, what must be needed means there is no alpha hydrogen atom. Alpha hydrogen atom idine thevilla nam. Right. So without any alpha hydrogen atom, that Kenijaro reaction will be takes place. But aldol condensation compulsorily what must be needed means alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. Right. Let us see that one. So what is aldol condensation? What is happening there? First one, see that definition once. Reactions due to alpha hydrogen. Acidity of alpha hydrogens of aldehydes and ketones. Acidity of alpha hydrogens of aldehydes and ketones. Acidity is nothing but what must be presenting? Acidity stands for. Acidity stands for what is the meaning for that? What ions is presenting there? What is the meaning for that acidity? Right. Acidity stands for your H plus ions. H plus ions must be presented. Where it is presenting that H plus ion means alpha hydrogens of aldehyde and ketones. That means either aldehyde or ketones, what must be needed mean alpha position, alpha carbon atom must be having acidity. That means one of the H plus ion must be needed. So that compounds only these reactions will be participating. That means aldehydes and ketones undergoes a number of reactions due to here acidic nature of alpha hydrogen. So because of your aldehydes and ketones, if you are taken aldehyde is nothing but what must be there? For example, CH3CHO is there. So this is your functional group aldehyde. So functional group adjacent carbon atom, what you call means your alpha carbon atom like that, right? For example, if you have taken ketone, we have taken that. Ketone is nothing but, for example, CH3C double bond O, CH3 will be there. So functional group adjacent carbon atom, what you call here? So here alpha carbon atoms, dana. This is one alpha carbon, this is another alpha carbon. So that means functional group adjacent carbon atom, always what you are consider means here alpha carbon atom we call as. So this alpha carbon atom, what must be needed means alpha hydrogen atom. That means hydrogen atom must be needed. So here aldehyde, how many hydrogen atoms is there at alpha carbon atom means 3 hydrogen atoms is present. And if you are taken here ketone, we are taken here 3 hydrogen, here 3 hydrogen. Totally 6 hydrogen atoms will be present in there. Right. So because of your presence of your alpha hydrogen atom for aldehyde and ketones, easily what happen means they will exhibit acidic nature, they will exhibit it. So that means aldehydes and ketones both also it will shows acidic nature. Why means due to presence of your alpha hydrogen atoms, these two carbon atoms, that means aldehydes and ketones, will exhibit acidic character, they will exhibit it. Right. Next one, see that. The acidity of alpha hydrogen atoms of carbonyl compounds is due to strong electron withdrawing effect of the carbonyl group and resonance stabilization of the conjugated base. So base under what happened due to the resonance structure, what happens, stabilizing will be takes place. Right. So due to presence of your electron withdrawing groups, these compounds will be easily resonance structures and it will be participating, this takes place, and stabilizing will be takes place. So simply you have to remember that now we are going to sing that aldol condensation. So what is aldol condensation mean? Let us see that. Aldehydes and ketones having at least one alpha hydrogen undergo a reaction in presence of dilute alkali as catalyst to form beta hydroxyaldehyde or beta hydroxy ketone. So that means aldol condensation compulsorily what must be needed means at least one alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. Right, at least one alpha hydrogen atom must be needed in presence of base alkali. Alkali is nothing but base must be needed. Right. So one of the alpha hydrogen atom must be needed, and the reaction how it will be takes place means in presence of your alkali. Alkali stands for base will be needed. Right. So let us see that once reaction what is happening there. So first what they taken means aldehyde group is taken that. So acetaldehyde. How many acetaldehyde units you have taken means 2 acetaldehyde molecules you have taken that. So this 2 acetaldehyde molecule while react in presence of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide we have taken means. So it will forms aldol. 3 hydroxy butanol will be forming there. 3 hydroxy butanol will be forming that. So this 3 hydroxy butanol, further if your heat energy we are applying. So heat energy we are applying means what happened? Heat energy is applying means one water molecule will be elimination is takes place. Already I told you that. Just see there. How this water molecule is eliminated here means, just look at. Aldol we have taken, that means CH3, CH, OH, CH, H, CHO will be there. So here one H plus ion and here one OH minus ion. Both are here combining means water molecule will be lefted. That means here H plus ion will be lefted, here OH minus will be lefted there. So this bond pair of electron is migrating towards this carbon. So it will get here minus sign. And throughout this bond, it will be lefted means OH minus, like that, it will be eliminated. So this carbon atom, what happened? Positive sign it will attain. So plus and minus means what happen again here? New bond will be forming there. So this plus and minus, H plus and OH minus ion, both are here lefted means minus H2O, water molecule will be lefted. While lefting this water molecule, this carbon atom will get positive sign and adjacent carbon atom will get minus sign. So plus and minus means always what happen? A new bond will be forming that. So therefore, finally what you are getting means CH3, CH, already one bond is existing there in between the CH and CH. COOH, and already plus and minus will be there. It will form, say, again, new bond will be formed. So this is called as aldol condensation. Aldol condensation. So that means what will be lefted means here one water molecule will be elimination will be takes place. So the removal of water molecule is called as aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation reaction. So what is mean by here aldol? Aldol is nothing but why we are calling like aldol means. So for example, see these compound ones aldol. Why they're calling name in? Just see there. How many functional groups are presenting in this? Aldol name itself is there. Aldol like that. So in that, how many functional groups is presenting there in aldol? How many functional groups are presenting there?
Two, sir.
How many functional groups are existing in aldol? Hey, already circle there. What are the functional groups is there? Aldol.
Sir,
இது என்ன
alcohol.
functional group? CHO is nothing but என்ன functional group நம்ம சொல்றது? Aldehyde தானா? Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
No. Aldehyde தானா? This one what you call? Alcohol தானா? Alcohol. So that mean name what is represent aldol is nothing but here two names is there. One is here aldehyde, ALD. Alcohol, OL will be presenting there. Both are that means two functional groups is presenting in that compound. So that's why we call as aldol. Ald is nothing but aldehyde. OL represent alcohol. So two functional groups is presenting in that compound. That's why we call as aldol. So here names either aldol condensation. Just now only I told you that condensation is nothing but a removal of water molecule. One water molecule, what happen here? Elimination will be takes place. So that's why we call as here aldol condensation reaction like that. Is it clear for everyone or any doubt is there? Clear everyone? What is aldol condensation?
Yes, sir.
சொல்லுங்கம்மா புரியுதா நடத்துறது புரியுதா என்ன நடக்கிறதுன்னு aldol condensation கண்டிப்பா என்ன வேணும் நமக்கு which atom must be needed which hydrogen atom must be needed in aldol condensation kindly speak
alpha
hydrogen atom must be needed. Alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. Alpha hydrogen. If it is there is no alpha hydrogen atom, that aldol condensation does not existing there. So aldol condensation nadakarada kandipa enna venana alpha hydrogen atom must be needed. Next, aldol is nothing but what are the functional groups is presenting in that compound? Aldol is nothing but one is ald is nothing but aldehyde is present, OL is nothing but alcohol is presenting there. So that means within that same compound, what happened? There are two functional groups is presenting there. One is aldehyde is functional group is present, another one is alcohol will be presenting there. So what is mean by aldol condensation? What is the meaning for that? Aldol condensation. What must be lefted? Aldol condensation is nothing but what must be eliminated? Speak out, ma. Class nearly 59 members are there. Speak out once. Condensation is nothing but what will be lefted? One water molecule will be left in this takes place. So that is called aldol condensation. First aldol will be forming. So forming aldol further, if your heat energy we are applying means one water molecule also left in this takes place. So that's why we call as aldol condensation reaction. Like that we are calling it, right? So I think time is going to over, and the next session is there. 2 o'clock, 2 to 3 o'clock will be there. That time we'll meet you. So thank you all once again.